Hello, how you guys doing? I just basically wanted to talk to you and give you a little story time about a little bit piece of my life about school. So basically, I kind of like moved back and forth with school. I basically moved place to place. My mom and dad never found a stable place. So what they did was we moved from Beaver Falls to Midland to Rochester to East Liverpool. Well, I went to school in East Liverpool, but we never moved there basically. I'm just telling you the different schools I went to in Lincoln Park. And if you are from a far area, you might not know what I'm talking about, what schools and stuff. But like I said, let's get back to the point. Okay, well, I am not trying to knock any school, but right now there's a good school district up in the area is where basically there's Moon. And Moon School District is basically a very good start school. But there might be some more out there that is a better school district than others. But I just, in my area, I want to tell you about the other schools that I went to. I wish I had a chance to go to Moon, but I didn't. But I know it's a very good school district. So out of the school districts I went to, which one was good? So I'm gonna say I like the East Liverpool. Their teachers, and sometimes it might be a bad school, like the look of it might be like a dump, but there are good teachers, there too. So I went to Beaver Falls, and Beaver Falls School, I liked it because Beaver Falls Tigers, the hype of it, but there was some teachers was okay, but there wasn't a lot. And the rating on Google, you can look that up. It's not a high, score of, if you want your child to get more knowledge, you want to have him, look up the rating of the school and, and basically see how they teach, and stuff. So, therefore, yeah, you have to do your research before trying to just move somewhere, just if you have kids. So, I went to Lincoln Park, but Lincoln Park is like more about music, and I'm not really too much of a fan of like music. I like to listen to music, yeah, but to play the stuff, the instruments and stuff, the drums and everything else, saxophone and all that, not me. So basically, I just went there just to go there because I was in the area and I had to go to school. And then they offered me to choose a school. And when I was in not high school, I was young. So I'm not going to say about the age and all that. I'm just going to say little experience of mine. So at the time, I had to choose. And they said you don't have to stay here at Lincoln Park. It wasn't like they was kicking me out. If I wasn't interested in doing it, then, and they know that I wasn't. And they had some art and stuff. I wasn't interested in that either. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not about drawing or doing music. That was a school. If you want to accomplish that area, then you can go to Lincoln Park. If you're about doing music a lot more. I just felt like it was a waste of time with me because it wasn't really for me. So anywho, I got to choose from if I wanted to go to West Beaver or Beaver. Those two is not good areas for me. So I'm like, okay, I don't think I want to be the outcast in there. So they're all getting more. It's getting more popular, but I just didn't want to feel uncomfortable. So at a young age, I heard about their history and stuff. So I'm like, no, I don't think I want to go there. So I got another choice, opportunity to go to, East Liverpool. And when I was at East Liverpool, it was alright. They had me, in one class. When I went there, they had me in a class that was not for me. And they basically, I knew everything. They was basically, teaching the class, basically in that in that class, in that area. If you know what I mean, So I was like, I need to get out of here because I'm pretty much smarter than all the kids that are in here. So I'm answering all the easiest questions. And then my friend was in there too. I'm like, I don't think she belongs in here too. But they waited a week until they got my information from the other school, from Leeston Park that I was at, and they waited a week to move me, and they apologized to me and put me in the class that I was supposed to be in. So I was happy about that. But to review of the teachers, I love the teachers because they knew how to teach in class. They knew how to come at you, to make you learn and teach and have good, strategies to use to teach the class. They had good strategies, and I'm not gonna knock them. It was just the building. The building they could have did better at with remodeling. I heard they were still in the process of it. They had no roof, okay, and the flooring was bad. But they did have some good cheese sticks now. Now the good cheese sticks, oh, I loved it with the sauce too, and someone basically didn't want theirs. I was like, I'll take it. Shoot, I forgot what they call those, but I love those. Every time they basically made it, I ate it. But they didn't have a lot of other food that was good. Like Beaver Falls, when I went to school in Beaver Falls, ooh, they had giant spaghetti. Oh my gosh, I sure yous heard of that. Maybe not, because it might be in a different area, but that was good too. So the only good about East Liverpool was, like I said, the teachers. They might not be the best school, but they was, good teachers. They knew how to help people learn. So let's get to Beaver Falls. When I went to Beaver Falls, it was alright. Teachers, Miss True, I loved her. But guys loved her too. That definitely. She was known for, she was young as a teacher, and she was known. You got those teachers that had the big booties and, the body, basically. She was beautiful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she was beautiful, So, and I loved her. She had a beautiful personality. You like different, basically, teachers and stuff. So, and I liked a lot of teachers, So, Beaver Falls. My experience with Beaver Falls, it was a good experience. It just, they was teaching you, and at a okay rate, where you will basically get what you need out of, learning, but they're not as a fast pace, where they take their time, at teaching you, and that's okay. But and it is really okay, but not too much time they should be taking. But let me tell you, I'm not gonna knock Beaver Falls because I love Beaver Falls. I'm from Beaver Falls though, but even though I moved around, I'm from Beaver Falls, and I graduate in Beaver Falls. But I'm gonna tell you about my experience with Rochester. Now, Rochester was the worst experience I ever had of school. Especially my type of people, my type. Some people might agree and some people might not. What age was I in Rochester? Oh, well, let's say I was in, I was 11, I was 10, I was probably 9 too. I was young, okay, 4th, I think I was in 3rd grade too in there. Well, it been a couple of years and then we moved and so I was in 4th and 5th grade and sure enough, I just did not, I was okay with it, when I was younger. But as I got a little older into 4th and 5th, 3rd was okay, 4th, okay. But then when I get in 5th, you start when am I going to learn different, okay? So, I was excited. I wanted to hurry up, get more knowledge. When I was a kid, I wanted to learn more. Give me some more. I like challenges thrown at me. And basically, when I was in one class, and my brother was in there too, couple, it was a group of people, and it was learning support. Learning support, okay. In other places, I wasn't in learning support. They might have had a person in the class, the teacher, and they will help us if we needed something, but I wasn't in direct class of learning support. I was in Beaver Falls, and so this was before I went to Beaver Falls. So we was in Rochester, and when I was really young, and this, like I said, this was before. So this is 3rd grade. I went to Beaver Falls 6th grade. So this is 3rd, 4th, 5th. So all through that time, I went to that one class and was learning support. And I hated it because my teacher, when I was in 5th grade, 4th and 5th, I was ready to move up. I was ready to basically learn more than they was trying to give. And I understood that, I had a speech problem. I was getting that worked on too, as well. But they was basically not trying to teach me, what's it called, my timetables. I was ready. I was doing good with all my work, and I was doing good with adding and subtracting at that age. And my teacher saw, I'm not failing, so why don't you just move me up? I was getting A's and B's. So I asked my teacher one day. I went to her class, and I went up to her after I got done doing the test, and I asked her, when are we going to do algebra? Because we had movie time too every Friday. It wasn't like I stood there in that class all the time, all day. I went to different classes, but that was a class, it just seemed like forever class. And I was like, when are we going to do timetables? And she was like, oh, we're not there yet. We're not ready yet. I'm like, we're not ready yet? I'm ready to move on. So, now I had that experience right there. It was just terrible. I felt like I didn't learn a lot in Rochester. And as a kid, you should feel like you learned a lot out of school. Like when I went to other schools and experienced other schools, they gave me a lot of knowledge. But when I went to that particular school, I just felt like I wasn't getting no knowledge. And it was just making me bugged. It's like I'm never ever taking my kids to that particular school, because if I did not get that much knowledge out of that school, and I did not feel like I was getting that much knowledge out of that school, then my kid would not receive any knowledge from there either. So I'm like, that was so I would never ever live in Rochester again, like never, unless my kids were grown up. Then I would make that an option. So right now, like, there's I basically have to look out for my kids right now. So there's not a lot of option to move, because if I move in an area where my kid basically is not gonna learn the proper way, it's just because of the good house, no, then I can't do that. I have to have an area where they gonna receive knowledge. It's gonna, come out good, knowledge. So right now I experience Moon, which I'm not going, but I don't want to give too much information out. So I experienced Moon, and they are pretty, good school. Like, their school district is very awesome. So therefore, that's basically a good option for, if you're around this area of where we live. Basically, Moon is the way to go. I see their progress, and all that. Like, better school. It's way better school. But out of my view on schools, that is a better school, which I never went to that school. But what's the best school I have been to? I like Beaver Falls, and I like East Liverpool. Midland is a dead town to me. So Midland is really dead. Like, there's nothing to do but play basketball or football. There's not a lot of restaurants out there or stores, so it was pretty boring. In East Liverpool. Now, they did have little concerts, there, back then. But you don't see it as much no more. But it was nice, it was nice. And then fireworks was nice in the park out there, they got their big parks out there. It was nice. But otherwise, of schooling, nah. So I was just wanting to have a little story time with Jens, and start, coming out with some story times, so Jens can get my view on stuff, or my story, what I experienced. And maybe I might do another story time with you. Not right now, but soon, later. Maybe tomorrow. I just pop out with YouTube, videos, and see, and share stuff with you, Jens, and knowledge. But I just don't want to basically make it, I have to do this that day, I have to do it this day. I want to basically do it how I feel, and when I want to basically come out with a video. Well, it was nice talking to you, and I don't want to bug your ears out. Jens get bored of me and stuff talking. So, and I can talk. Trust me, I got my mama's mouth of talking. Okay, then. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Yeah. So, basically, the schools, I'm just going to get on one topic and clear this up. I was in learning support in Rochester, but when I moved, basically, out of Rochester, I was never in learning support again. That's why that was basically a bad school for me, a bad experience because of, you know, what they put me through and stuff like that. They should have basically looked at my file and not try to file me under learning support because they didn't want to deal with me and they didn't want to take their time to really teach me. And there was a lot of my brothers too, they didn't want to teach either, you know. Then yeah, so alright, that was basically it, you know, the bad experience of school and then the good experience of schooling, you know, different schools, different varieties of school that I've been through. And I was glad, you know, I got to experience the good and bad because that's how you learn and that's how you grow. When you go through something, you get out of something and you just learn from it what you got out of and what you went through. So I'm not going to knock and turn back time. I graduate, you know, school and now I'm teaching my kids and giving them the knowledge and the experiences I went through. So that's what it's all about, you know, teaching your kids and everything else, and the experiences that you went through, you just, you know, give them knowledge about. That's why that's why you become a parent, and, you know, you just grow from it, you know. Alright then, until the next video, I see you again. Have a good day, and please like and subscribe and share if you would like. Till then, take care.